Hey YouTube, it's James here from the Wyvern Watch. This is a slightly different video again. As the title would suggest, this is my Ritual Beast deck profile. However, this particular deck I haven't got an awful lot of experience with. It's deck number 44 currently. I put it together because I like the artwork and I like the sort of the concept of having tamers and beasts, and then obviously having the fusions of them together. And I remember them being very, very successful when they were sort of first launched, really. And I remember going up against them, and they always seemed to be comboing off very, very quickly, and I didn't really understand it at the time. Anyway, so I had the cards, so I ended up putting the deck together, but I haven't actually played with it an awful lot and don't have a lot of experience with it. So I'm not going to be able to tell you a load of combos today, but what I wanted to do is put my list in front of you and obviously have a few comments maybe as to of the more experienced Ritual Beast players. As to how I perhaps should be tweaking it, but also I'm absolutely aware that there's obviously some new support coming at some point. I'm not 100% sure when it's coming, but I did watch a video or two with a new tamer and I think a new fusion as well, so looking forward to that. But what I'd like to do is sort of a before and after sort of situation. So without going too much detail, let's get straight on with it. This is what I've got so far, at least anyway. So let's start with the tamers. As you can see, I've got Lara here, and obviously they're psychic types first of all, which is a nice fitting to some of my other decks, because some of my other decks are you know, psychics, and it seems to be a bit of a theme that I've got a few psychic deck available. But Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. So this card is normal summoned. I can target one Ritual Beast monster in my graveyard and special summon it. And I can only special summon one Ritual Beast Tamer Lara once per turn. So reasonably simple effect, but love the artwork on this one. This is sort of really the one that got me into it in the first place. These are original print, I think, yeah. That's the first tamer. So two of those, and I've got two Wens as well. So Ritual Beast Tamer Wen. So this card is normal summon. I can target one of my banished Ritual Beast monsters and special summon it. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Wen once per turn. So that's bringing back the banished ones, of course. Lara's bringing back the ones from the grave so far. 3 of Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. Again, a great looking card. So after I normal summon this card, I can normal summon one Ritual Beast monster during my main phase this turn, in addition to my normal summon or set, which is great, which is why we've got 3 of them, because obviously then we can go ahead and normal summon another one. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Elder once per turn, so you know, you can see where we're going with this. But that's the 3 elders. On the slightly newer card, and only in rarity, is Ritual Beast Tamer Winder. So Winder's popping up again. She's obviously in my Gusto deck. Winder's in a few different decks, I believe, but she's in Ritual Beast as well. So this one is, if it's in my owner's possession, if this card in my owner's if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card by battle or card effect, I can special summon one Ritual Beast monster from my deck or extra deck, ignoring its summon conditions. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Winder once per turn. Well, that seems pretty damn good to me, so that's why she's at 3. We've also got the first of the beasts. So this is Spiritual Beast Cannahawk. Its fusion version, I'm sure, is the one that combos off, but I'm not 100% sure on the actual combo itself. I'm sure there's something I'm missing with it. But this one's once per turn, I can banish one Ritual Beast card from my deck face up. During your second standby phase after this card's activation, add the card banished by this effect to your hand. You can only special summon Spiritual Beast Cannahawk once per turn. It's a little bit of a gold sarcophagus, that, isn't it, I suppose. But yeah, that's Cannahawk. Three of those, but I'm not sure whether that's the correct ratio or not, but we'll have to. I'm gonna have to give this deck a little bit more play, aren't I? Spiritual Beast Rampengu, mainly because it's absolutely cute. But second of the beast, so this is once per turn. You can banish one Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck and send one Ritual Beast monster with the same type as that monster from your deck to the graveyard. Yeah, because obviously if you're banishing one from the extra deck, that means you could probably recur it with when, and there must be some advantages there. Maybe I'm missing it. But Rampengu at 3. I've got a couple of one-offs, sorry, 3 one-offs here as well. So we've got Beast Petalfin, Beast Apelio, and Zafframpilica. Not convinced about the artwork on Petalfin, I must admit, but once per turn you can banish one Ritual Beast card from my hand, then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Fairly simple. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can banish one Ritual Beast card from your graveyard. For the rest of the turn, all Ritual Beast monsters you control will gain 500 attack or defense. Okay. Obviously the one Pendulum one. When this card is normal or pendulum summoned, you can target one Ritual Beast or Zephyr monster in your graveyard, except Ritual Beast Tamer Zafframpilica. Special summon it, but destroy it during the end phase. You can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer once per turn. This is pendulum effect. You cannot pendulum summon except Ritual Beast. Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to come into play. So those are all your one-offs, because I don't think their effects are as strong as the others. Those are the Ritual Beast monsters. The only other monsters I'm running are Dimension Shifter. Obviously, I'm very familiar with this card. It's in a few of my decks, actually, but more famously or more recently is the Exorcister deck. But from what I'm reading, obviously, or from what I have seen, it's all, you know, going to get, we're not playing with the graveyard an awful lot, so we're just, you know, recurring from the banish zone or sending to the banish zone. So Dimension Shifter shouldn't affect this deck whatsoever. However, it will affect other decks, of course. And the only other card I'm playing, or the monster I should say, is Wind the Wind Channeler. You'll be familiar with this one, but obviously it's just a way of getting to any of my wind monsters pretty quickly, and also if one of them is destroyed from the field, she can special summon herself, so always handy. On to the spells then. So with the most of them being level 3 or less, the Tamers are a target for emergency teleport, of course, and with the ban list as it is, as of today, we're still at 3. So special summon 1 level 3 or lower psychic. You know what an emergency teleport does. I don't need to read that one out. Okay, and then we're on to a really good looking card in my opinion. This is Ritual Beast's Bond. So that'll be Lara and Apelio, is it? And think in the background. Really nice artwork. So banish 2 Ritual Beast monsters I control. Special summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summon conditions. Quick play spell as well, guys. I can imagine this should be a good impact card. And then a few one-offs on the old spells. I'll just run through these. You should be fairly familiar with them. Dimensional Shifter. Fairly standard. Called by the Grave, of course. Harpy's Feather Duster. Foolish Burial. And Gold Sarcophagus. I forget what the target was for Foolish Burial. Remind me, guys, in the comments if you're more familiar with that than I am, what I'd possibly be sending to the graveyard with that effect. Gold Sarcophagus, of course. We all know what these cards do, but they're all one-offs in this deck at the moment, at least. On to the traps. I've got 3 Ritual Beast Steeds. Again, absolutely cracking artwork, which is why I really wanted to pick it up. But if you control a Ritual Beast monster, destroy monsters on the field up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters I currently control. So yeah, a fairly simple one, but you know, not hugely impactful. But actually, I thought at 3 it's going to be a nice lineup. if I need to put extras in, you know, if I'm talking about perhaps putting the new support in, 1 or 2 of these might need to come out. Also, we've got Ritual Beast Ambush that came out slightly later than the rest of the deck. Target one of your Ritual Beast Tamer monsters and one of your Spiritual Beast monsters that are banished and or in the graveyard. Special summon them in defense position. After this card is activated, you cannot special summon monsters except Ritual Beast monsters for the rest of the turn. You know, that just gets you your obviously components for the fusion monsters. And 2 more traps. You've seen me play Titan Osider before. I know not everyone's playing it, but I really like the artwork on it. Again, it's got Apollousa on there, and it just fits the theme quite nicely. And Macrocosmos again, because we're not using the graveyard at all. But I really like Titan Osider, and people aren't expecting that most of the time. Okay, so that's the main deck. We're going to move on to extra deck now, and again, I might have all the ratios wrong on here, but we'll see. All right. Let's start with fusions then. We'll start at the top. So we've got Ritual Beast, Ulti Gaiapeleo. Gaiapeleo, that's the one. I'll go through I'll go through the quick effects on here. So this one is a Ritual Beast, requires 1 Ritual Beast Ulti monster plus 1 Ritual Beast Tamer monster plus 1 Spiritual Beast monster. Okay, so this isn't going to be easy to get out, but must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards you control and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. You don't use polymerization. If summoned this way, this card gains this effect. During either player's turn, when a spell, attract card, or monster effect is activated, you can banish 1 Ritual Beast card from your hand to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Right, so that's really nice. I mean, 3200 beat stick as well on top of all that. Plus, it's a ultimate rare, which is really nice. You know, I love an ultimate rare. So yeah, I can imagine at least one of these is staying in the deck when the new support comes out. How easy it is to summon, I'm not entirely sure at this point. This is the one that you're going to be rapid firing going through all the time, and this is the one I think both of its effects can go off at the same time, but I'm not entirely sure, so please do comment on here and tell me where I'm going wrong. But must be special summoned, sorry, it requires a Tamer monster of course and a Spiritual Beast monster. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control and cannot be special summoned any other way. You don't use polymerization. Once per turn, you can target one of your banished Ritual Beast cards, return to the graveyard, and if you do, add 1 Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. So you search one out. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck and then target 2 of your banished monsters, Ritual Beast Tamer monster and 1 Spiritual Beast monster, special summon in defense position. Right, so I think you can chain one effect to the other, can't you? I'm not sure. So excuse me, maybe somebody can explain that to me, but I mean the effects on their own back seem really good, but I'm sure this is the one where I'm not too sure how it works. Okay, so then we've got Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio. Absolutely banging artwork on this one, so I really like this one. That's Lara again on top of that, isn't it? So again, it requires a Tamer and a Spiritual Beast. Must be special summoned from your extra deck, blah, blah, blah. That's always the same. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck, target 2 of your banished monsters, Ritual Beast Tamer and Spiritual Beast monster, special summon in defense position. So yeah, again, it's enabling you to sort of special summon the fusion requirements out for another one, isn't it? But they're all quick effects, so really nice. And the fact it's 2600 again, really, really nice. Oh, here's Wen and her Petal Fin. There we go. Again, not for me the best artwork in the world, but must be special summoned from the extra deck by banishing the above cards you control. It cannot be, yeah, it's the same again. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. During either player's turn, you can return this card you control to the extra deck. Yeah, so they all share the same tag out option. So yeah, that's quite nice. Now the others are all fairly standard stuff apart from the Link, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So I've just got a Tornado Dragon, we all know what that does, a Lightning Chidori, because obviously it's a wind deck, so you know, it's fine. Levier the Sea Dragon, a couple of level 3s in there, so we shouldn't have a problem getting to that. I've got an Appaloosa, of course, with the Ulti artwork again, which is absolutely lovely, and a Win the Wind Charmer Verdant, which is just something I generally throw into any deck that has a wind element to it. And the last monster, of course, is the rare Ritual Beast Ulti Q-Moon Falcos. Falcos, of course, being a Gusto monster, of course. So we're still following in line with the Gusto theme here. And you know I love a Gusto deck. So this one is 2 Ritual Beast monsters to make. Ritual Beast monsters, this card points to gain 600 attack and defense. You can banish 1 Ritual Beast card from your graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your hand. You can only use the effect of Ritual Beast Ulti Q-Moon Falcos once per turn. Quick effect, you can return this card you control to the extra deck, then target 2 of your banished monsters, 1 Ritual Beast. So that actually shares the same ability as the fusion monsters, but also allows you that extra normal summon, which we know how important that is when you've got the Tamers in your hands. So that is the deck, so far at least. Like I say, I would greatly appreciate some help with it. I hope I've got the ratios roughly right. But if you don't think so, then please feel free to comment and be nice, because like I say, this is not, you should go out and build this deck exactly to this spec. This is how I built it so far, and would appreciate some help. Thank you once again for tuning in. Like I say, this is the before. I fully intend to do an after once the new support's released. I will, of course, get my hands on it and update you guys as to where we're up to. Thanks once again. Speak to you next time. Bye.